So, I did attempt to watch the film. Now, I know, everyone says the play is so much better. They were right. So, I tried watching A Streetcar Named Desire last night, and I gotta say, it's just a big old bindle of toxic relationship, uncomfortable feel. It's like it, you know, like it had bad mouth feel as a movie. Like,
I guess now we know why he evacuated the city.
this is the part of the movie where you're supposed to have a nice, silky, smooth feeling of love and trust for her sister. It's like, no, she's gritty, she's fucking stupid, she's crass, she keeps going back to Stanley, even though Stanley is an abuser, and she's rewarding that behavior. After he hits her, she would have a little spat with him, and then go down there and just fuck the shit out of him. After just getting hit really fucking hard, like 1950s hit. Not even like today, where somebody pushed a woman too hard, and it's like, that's assault. No, this is like the time where you could, like, punch a woman in the head as hard as you can, because he was drunk, and boys will be boys. It was fucking madness to watch. It was so fucking irritating. I wanted to beat the shit out of Stanley, but Stanley's so fucking shredded, he would have destroyed me in physical combat. Like, to describe Stanley, it's as simple as, this is the kind of person that would be brought to physical blows with somebody over a game of bowling. That's actually where you meet Stanley. Him and his friends, absolutely beating the shit out of each other at a bowling alley. Like, I don't even know how much different it is now. The 1950s must have just been really, really different, because if I even saw that in a regular bowling alley, if, like, I had even seen that behavior, if anyone had, they would have been kicked out of the fucking bowling alley. They might have had the cops called. But it was the 1950s. That was fine. I mean, don't even get me started talking about the main character, the one we're supposed to feel bad for because she's losing her mind. She's talking to her sister about how she's flirting with her husband and stuff, and her sister's like cool with that, like really weirdly cool with that, like encouraging, like, you should do more. You should hit on my husband more of the time that I'm not here. And then she'd, like, totally change her message. Other times she'd be like, oh, well, we're not going to do that tonight. My very deranged sister is here tonight. And it's like, just a second ago you were talking about how you wanted her to get hit on by your abusive piece of shit husband. So I don't understand. Do you care about your sister or not?
I need to get the
Ultimately, no, she didn't. She doesn't care about her sister. She would much rather just fuck Stanley all day long with their disgusting relationship. I made it more than halfway before I couldn't fucking stand it anymore, which actually is a lot better than most people. But I can honestly say I gave it a really good chance, and I just did not enjoy the film. I didn't find Ms. Dubois as irritating as a lot of people do. A lot of people are fucking pissed at her, and honestly, it's sloppy to be, like, hitting on every man that comes across your way, but she was kind of fucked up and her self-esteem was destroyed, so she was trying to find value in someone else's value of her. If you get that, then you've been abused too. So I'm not gonna shit on her too hard for that. My main beef, actually, where I found myself come to a head, I was too angry to keep watching, was Stella. Stella was just basically setting up the rape scene the whole time. That's how it felt. Felt like Stella was keeping Stanley in her life, even though he was dangerous, toxic, and not good for anyone. Didn't care about her sister's safety. Didn't listen to her sister's advice when she said, we need to leave, we need to get out of here, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. No, never really did anything. She just stayed there and didn't want her sister to leave and didn't want to leave with her sister, so the whole thing just became a fucking mess. And I didn't want any of it. Yeah. I don't know what I expected. I already knew the plot. I just expected the movie to actually be, like, good.
Chamber capacity. He's not bluffing, Bruce.
It's not.
I guess now we know why he evacuated the city.
He needed control of the plant. Only Ace Chemicals has the facilities to build a bomb of
moving
this
so
size.
damn much.
The fallout will be huge.
We played right into his hands.
Yeah, you did.
He didn't care if everyone ran.
He knew that no one would be able to escape the blast radius.
All remaining units rendezvous at the staging ground on the West Island, now! You've done good work tonight, people. Gotham is ours!
West side of the island. So I'm not even supposed to be in here, period. I am supposed to leave. Yeah, and let's just say this. Now that we can combine these two things, because wouldn't it have been fantastic if Streetcar Named Desire, if that was happening at the same time as Batman? Because that means that inevitably, I fucking guarantee it, inevitably, at some point, Stanley would have been abusing women in the public. Because that's just the kind of piece of shit Stanley is. That would have almost certainly just gotten the absolute dog shit beaten out of him by Batman. I would have beat on him for as long, as hard as I possibly could have. I would have done that thing where it's like, I can't hit you anymore, Stanley. If I hit you one more time, you die. And I don't do that. I let the police do their job. Yeah, but really, it would have been really hard to hold back for his fucking sake. God, what a piece of shit that guy was. I fucking hated him. Super unlikely that anyone would have found him attractive in nowadays America. That's for sure. Things were a lot different back then. Apparently, I mean, it sure didn't feel fucking different. It sure felt fucking inappropriate every time he struck her. But you know what? It happened too many times. And she seemed to kind of weirdly get off on it. Somebody said the metaphor was that Stella was actually like the metaphor of the two people, Stanley and Miss Dubois, actually being able to like unite. Like the two worlds, they could be one. Do we want that? Do we want that? Stanley seems like a dog person, in my opinion. So and your sister's deranged for even finding him appealing at all. I don't understand it. Said to go somewhere on the west side of the island. I don't know what that means. Maybe if I keep going up, I'll see where the fuck I'm supposed to go, because I'm done trying to go into that mixing room. There's nowhere to go. Also, he didn't say anything about, like, oh, I gotta sneak it through this pipe or something fucking stupid. He just said, yeah, we fucking played into his hands. Meet on the west side of the island. Maybe that's what he meant. It does look like the west side of the island. And now I'm just frustrated that I can't. Like, I wish there was a DLC that I could have where Batman does get to beat the shit out of Stanley. And then we can just break Stella out of her super unhealthy relationship, have Miss Dubois go somewhere safe. Like, actually go somewhere safe, because you're not safe with your sister and Stanley at all. It's just fucking irritating. I'm glad I didn't finish watching, and I didn't have to see the titular scene, the most upsetting scene of the film. Because the whole time, yeah, Stanley was thinking about raping her, and I guarantee he was going to, and I left before that happened. Because as much as I fucking hate it, there's nothing you can do to change it. It was going to happen. Your sister was going to not leave Stanley. You were not going to be able to get out of that situation, and Stanley was going to rape you. And that fucking pisses me off. I don't know why people like that film. It's a stupid fucking movie to me. Where? Guess this isn't the west side of the island. Sure looked like it. Stop Scarecrow. Blowing up Ace. What's this? Manufacture hazardous chemicals. Blah, blah, blah. How do I do that? Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe they gave me like a hint of where to go. Yeah, I'm thinking about the one guy who was actually like a normal human man in that film. I don't even know why you'd be friends with Stanley.
He needed control of the plant.
I would be friends with Stanley.
Has the facilities to build a bomb of this size.
The fallout will be huge.
Like, what was appealing about Stanley, except from his glorious body? It almost makes me feel like that guy was baby bi and he didn't know it. Because, honest to God, the only thing appealing about him at all was his body. If you took that away, Stanley had a big fat beer gut, there would literally have been not a goddamn thing to like about him. I don't understand it. Are people really so fucking stupid? I mean, really, are they really just so fucking gross and stupid? It's like, Stanley hit me! It's like, you're fucking disgusting, Stella. You're like almost worse than Stanley. You're reinforcing his bad behavior too, which is the only reason I feel like he might be worse than Stanley. Instead of telling him, it's like, hey, I left you because you abused me in front of my sister and there are actual repercussions for your horrible actions and abuses. No, she shows up out there like, hey, Stanley. All fucking hot and bothered. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? You got a brain worm or something. You need to fucking get out of there. He punched you in the head. That was the one part of the movie they didn't go realistic with. She would have had such a huge, horrible injury on her face. But it was acting. So no, she's fine. Didn't even touch her. Like, fuck that. That looked hard, dude. He looked like he hit her fucking really hard. I think this game is stupid. I'm supposed to have the ability to shoot up here. And since they won't let me respec, I can't get it. But since I can't get that, I can't fucking escape. Oh, that didn't work. I'll hold down X and push L1, and yeah, he just gently gets out. Man, I'm so unimpressed. This is the stupidest way to get stuck in the world. So it's done. The game is ruined. Like, literally, it's ruined, dude. You need this skill to proceed into this story. You need to jump over this spiky wall, which is ungrappleable. Oh, I have the grappling hook Ada Wong uses, but bird block is enough to stop me. Curse you, Scarecrow! You use the same methods that malls use in Arkansas to keep birds away. Ah, that's my only weakness, except for the day. This game's fucking stupid. I'm gonna play Spider-Man now. I'm done bitching about that movie. Don't fucking see it. It's a waste of your time. It's a piece of shit. Unless you really like seeing like Cro-Magnon Monkey Man beat the shit out of each other over bowling and then eventually rape. In which case, go and seek help. Don't watch